All right, let's talk about pre and postpartum alignment. And today we're going to discuss whether or not coaching proper alignment is really necessary and the terms that we use when we are coaching a pregnant or a new mom on how she stands and postures herself throughout her day. So let's get started by taking a look at three of the most common pregnant and postnatal postures that we see thrown around in the industry a lot. We talk a lot to moms about rib thrusting, and you'll see that in this slide here on the far left, where she's thrusting her ribs up and kind of twerking her bum out, as I call it. That's very common, and we see a lot of moms, working in this. It's very common, especially right after pregnancy or during pregnancy, because of the load and the front of the mom, obviously. And then the middle shows us the bum tucker, where she has her ribs kind of caged down, and her bum and pelvis usually tuck under. And then we typically here that this third picture, the one on the far right, is optimal or neutral. And so today I really wanted to discuss whether or not is this really optimal? Is it really neutral? And how do we know that this can be the classification we use for all moms? Is this really right, the way that we're speaking to them when it comes to telling them how they should be standing and holding their bodies? Or can we do it in a different fashion? Because really, for a mom in real life, posture and alignment looks different moment to moment, really, whether we're standing, kneeling, hugging, breastfeeding, carrying in groceries, pulling laundry out from a dryer, which is, at a weird, awkward angle, loading things, lifting things over into the cupboard, playing with our children, whatever it is, we are in different alignment all day. So to classify one position as optimal, neutral, or the best way for moms to be is really, a disservice to them, because we're starting to frame their minds thinking that what they're doing throughout their days is wrong. And as a mom, we don't need to be adding one more thing to a mom's plate to make them feel like they're doing it wrong. So there's a few things that we really need to consider when we're talking to a mom, whether she's pregnant or postnatal, about her alignment and how it can affect her body and how to find what is really best for her. So let's take a look at that. So some things to consider is, what is your mom doing specifically? What are her activities throughout the day? Is she exercising? Are we talking about her alignment during exercise? Are we talking about her alignment when she is pushing a stroller? Are we talking about her alignment when she's baby wearing? We need to be very specific and break it down for moms based on what activity she might be doing. And then we need to, of course, talk to them about what makes them feel best. Just because it doesn't look right to us doesn't mean that that's not where the mom feels the most comfortable. And of course, allowing a new mom to have less aches and pains and discomfort is really the ultimate goal. So we want to make sure that we are allowing them to be in a place of alignment that makes them feel good, and not forcing them into an alignment that might not be comfortable for their body. Well, big thing is we have to look at their lifestyle. What do they do most of the time? Does this mom work? Does she sit at a desk? Is she on her feet? Is she breastfeeding most of the time? Is she in a lying position, a seated position? Is she, struggling with a toddler, so she's got two babies on each hip? What is she doing most of the time, so that we can maybe narrow down to helping her get her out of a discomfortable or an uncomfortable position, depending on what she is doing in her life. Because every mom is going to be different, and we really need to make sure that we are coaching a mom based on what she does and what her lifestyle is based around. So again, variety is a queen, and Anthony teaches us this all the time. We have to be able to give a mom the variety to suit what she does in her day-to-day life. If she's breastfeeding, find the best position for her while she's breastfeeding. Find the most comfortable position while she is cooking dinner. Maybe find the most comfortable position when she's pushing the stroller. Help her out to find a lot of the different positions instead of classifying it into just one and telling her that she needs to be in this optimal or neutral position most of the time. Tell her which positions she can be in to make her most comfortable. So instead of coaching a mom in these, three forms of alignment that we saw at the beginning, really just bringing awareness into her world about how she's standing, what she's doing on a regular basis, and bringing the awareness into her body so that she can, for herself, determine what is really optimal and what makes her feel best is really more important than coaching a specific optimal or proper form of posture and alignment. And that, I think, really sums this up to show you that it's not really important to coach optimal alignment and proper alignment. And in fact, that can actually be a detriment to most moms. So we need to really just instead bring awareness to the situation, allow them to find those positions that are most comfortable for them, and lead them in that direction.